Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100. Today we are in the Crypt Spire. Woohoo! We're getting close to the end of this run with very little pain and very little inconvenience for sure. So today we're going to be running Warrior. The reason I want to run Warrior is because this is the least stamina blood code in the game, and so I want to show you what you can do with a blood code that is pretty pathetic in the stamina management department in a game where stamina is like everything you need in order to do everything. So today we're going to show you how to kind of doctor up this blood code. And so starting with stamina stimulant and then bringing Jack along, even though Jack is pretty pathetic, having him along for the ride here, we are going to have kind of a dual hybrid kind of build here with the weapon itself, and as well as the sword itself. So we're gonna whoops we missed that time too. Alright, so we took a pretty big hit there. You can definitely see how we absolutely cannot and will not be able to sustain ourselves as we go through. So we'll see about getting a little bit of shortcuts going here. And you can see that we have ice on ice on ice, but that is only for the fact that we do not like the hunters in black. So if we have a chance to go for attacking them, we will absolutely use our hybrid gifts. For these guys, you want to be doing lightning, but since we don't have any lightning, we will just go for a whole bunch of smacky and backstabs. Backstabs are very important for Warrior because it has such a low Ichor cap that if you don't go for backstabs, you will be stuck with 10 Ichor, which is the most pathetic thing in the entire game. To have very low Ichor is horrible for so many reasons. And so if we can just go for some ability here to just smack these guys when we can. Now, even though these guys are weak to lightning, we are doing pierce damage with these gifts, and so we are able to also do some pretty big damage to them just because of the fact that it is pierce. And we have a very high dark value, a regen inducer even better. Sometimes those come in handy, but too bad we are maxed out for those. So for the Hunter in Black up here, it is wonderful that we have Guard of Honor. So if he decides to stand there and shoot us, we should have an advantage at shooting back at him, but we'll see. Okay. Oops. There we go. We hit him with at least one Guard of Honor there. Let's see if he runs around. Yep, this guy is very interesting here, and unfortunately, okay, so now this guy's dead because he will fall off the edge to his death, which is excellent. Jack is getting hit there. Okay, perfect. And then we will go for this fella. So you can see there how some of this can be a little bit squirrely with a very weak veil that has no defensive abilities on it, but because we are able to kind of do some damage at a distance here, we are able to kind of stand up to what we have here. Now we've got the monkey madness in here, which is horrible, so we'll just run in, we'll get everything going here, and we'll try and kill as many enemies as many monkeys as we can without getting killed, but that did not happen. Okay, whoops. Alright, whoop, Jack is moving the monkeys out of our way. Okay, so pretty bad room here. This is not how you want to approach this room at all, but thanks, Jack. But we're just gonna go in guns blazing here and see what we can do. Now, the invasion here is absolutely horrible, and we do not want to be having what we have here, but it is completely fine. We can do this, no problem. Okay, Jack, I don't think I really agree with you, but we'll give it a shot. So I think that by this point that we're down 6 heals. We are coming up to the first shortcut, and we are also coming up to the invasion. So this is going to be kind of a good point for us to actually hopefully survive. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Good. And then let's try and go for a backstab. Okay, Jack is almost dead because he did not dodge at the right time. Okay, again, backstabs are good, but you can see now we are up to max availability here, so that is fine. Alright, let's see who's coming down the pike. Okay, not that we want to be using the gifts that we have, obviously, but they are at least something. Old world materials is always appreciated. Okay, excellent. When we get them up against the corner there, they do have a little bit of trouble. Alright. Go get him, Jack. Good job, Jack. So you can see that our stamina is kind of okay. It's not the greatest, but it does have its place here as we go along. Now again, this guy is very resistant to ice. He's like an Oliver boss type, and so he does have pretty big resistances there. We'll definitely go for our ice now because the hunter in black is on his way, and we do not want to be messing around with him if we can. Okay, and let's get rid of this guy if we can, because he will absolutely destroy us. He is the pinnacle of enemy type here, so we do not want to be messing with him at all. Okay, we'll just go for the parry there, since that seemed way more advantageous than doing anything else. So not too bad on the invasion here. I guess we didn't get hit. So that's nice on an invasion to not get hit. That's one of the best things that can happen. So you can see that we absolutely have the power available to us. We can absolutely slap pretty hard with no real weapon buffs to speak of almost. And we are running 2309, which is not too horrible for something of this level of benefit here. So all things considered, we're doing pretty well. We probably could push it to the next shortcut at this point. So we'll kick this ladder and then we'll head on to the next shortcut here. Now the Crypt Spire, you definitely want to be going for ice, anything, but mainly ice pierce for the hunters in black. For every other enemy in here, you want to be going lightning or pierce. If you go pierce raw and no element, you will do fantastic in the Crypt Spire here. However, we are going for almost 100% slash, except for our gifts here, so keep that in mind. Okay, good. One down, one to go. So since we have really good weapon Ichor drain here, whoops, we can use our weapon to actually recover quite a bit of Ichor, but the iframes afforded and the reset delay time for the backstabs is way incredibly good. And so if we can make sure that we are just keeping our boy here, Jack, alive with some of these iframes and stuff, it sure lengthens the amount of time that we have access to his stamina increase. So, and because that stamina increase is so valuable, that is one thing we definitely want to be doing, is keeping up on that stamina increase. Okay, let's get a backstab so we can get some ice going here. Remember, these guys are weak to that ice, so we definitely want to be keeping up on the ice here. Okay, and let's go ahead and heal at least twice. Okay, good. And now we can go for these guys. Excellent. Okay. And that is where it comes in handy to have some kind of ranged hybrid of your build, because sometimes there are just a lot of bayonet enemies in certain places. The Crypt Spire is no exception here for this. So we have made it now to some pretty good levels of distance here into the Crypt Spire without dying yet, and we do have 3 regen inducers and 2 regenerations left, so we should be able to push it to the second shortcut area here. If we need to run back, we can. Okay, thanks, Jack. So as we move into the top of the Crypt Spire, there are a lot of rooms where if you run to certain sides, left or right or around, instead of just charging in through the middle, then you will be able to catch the enemy unaware. This is one of those rooms. So if we draw this guy forward, and see, we can run away basically with 2 guards of honor, because we are able to basically cheese him because of the fact that we have the ability to do ranged combat, which is awesome. So it further enhances the ability of our weapon setup here to be incredibly powerful for specifically these kinds of enemies. So keep that in mind. If you are going through the Crypt Spire, these guys just kind of disappear in front of you. Thanks, Jack. My attacks are vicious, especially when we are doing them correctly. So keep that in mind when you kind of get stuck in a certain area and you're like wondering how to make your build better. A lot of times it's just a good pairing of what you already have, which is maybe a good thing, and then if you pair it with a couple of other things, it becomes just absolutely broken incredible. So we have taken something that is actually pretty good and we've turned it into something incredible just because of the fact that we have the AWKB. So this build, if you had almost any other weapon, it would be like pretty average, okay, because the gifts are still really good. However, the fact that we've added the AWKB to it makes it into just a powerhouse of a build that can wreck pretty much anything in front of us with 0 inhibitions. So as we go here, we'll take the gifts before we take anything else. So absolutely take the iframes here if you can get them for that shoot, for that bayonet shot, and take this one for that bayonet shot. Good. And then we can run up for this guy, and while he figures out what he's gonna do, we can just go for another backstab. And because we have an incredibly powerful backstabbing veil, we absolutely are able to use the claw ability to make sure that we are wrecking people. So, and again, remember, ice is not what we want to be doing, but it is a healthy amount of damage before we even get into the fight with this guy. So absolutely overwhelmed him with a flurry of attacks there that he was not able to do anything against. The iframes again coming to our rescue. So very good. Now, same thing here. We have a pressure sensitive room, I guess you could say, where we have to kind of attack enemies, you know, either one at a time or all together. So we will head around to the side here and take on the enemies one at a time. And just like that, the room is pretty much taken care of. And again, the heavy attack coming in like a boss there. And because we have a ranged attack, we can absolutely take care of Monkey Mayhem before it gets anything crazy. The other monkey has already put himself into the wall, so we don't have to deal with him. He's thinking that he's gonna come on down here, but he can't. And so we are able to leave him stuck in the ceiling, which is great. And then we get another chance at our lottery ticket here. So let's get a couple of these things going, just for no reason at all, because this is the last enemy here. And so we'll take a hit and then a slam, and no lost Zwei. Okay, too bad. So the Crypt Spire can actually be pretty difficult. However, we made it through. We did use 8 heals, so still a fail. But all in all, we actually made it through here pretty well. I'm pretty thrilled that we didn't get hit on the invasion there. That was pretty nice that we were able to get through it, no problem. And even we were doing ice, which is the strength of all the enemies there, so that's pretty nice. But this is a pretty good place to test your mettle of what you've put together for different builds and different setups, and the Crypt Spire is no joke. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Blade Baron Cannoneer and some devastating special fun where we start stacking up the buffs to make quick work of some of the most difficult bosses in all of like single player game history. So anyways, we'll see you guys then. Take care. Bye.